Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equalizer.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as Yusuf will get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equalizer.
cricket, with other sporting discipline.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sport Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Jaffa Mans Davis is the name for this edition of the program, and today we attention the focus on the archery sport. What thing you need to know about this sport in development and how then the player you will get to know inside this edition of the program. Plus we will give you an update about what you for expect inside the Lerock Premier League and also the international scene. All this plus your comment and contribution will make this edition of the program Sports Update Extra meet you from wherever they get you from. So not gonna side, will they take this break, and when we come back, we continue the program.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equalizer.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as Yusuf will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
They continue inside this edition of the program. You for the listen to where they watch we where the Democracy Facebook page and YouTube page. Remember, say yourself able for be part of this edition. By the way, you go use the number 077981981 for call and send text message when we open the phone line. And also you can use the social media platform Facebook and YouTube, the comment section for drop question, comment, and be part of this edition of the program where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 98.1 FM. If you just join me today, we focus of discussion, like I tell you, Famble, we'll look at the archery sport and what's idea about and how development on the take place for this sport. This make we get Norman Akabi Davis, we na technical director, Sierra Leone Archery Association. Good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa, and good morning, Fambulde.
Plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition of the program. We'll go come into within the association on the do, but look at the sport in particular. When I call archery, what's in for kind of mind?
Okay, thank you. Archery specifically, the most simplest way I go put them na bow and arrow sports. Yeah, if people that be done they watch movies in those days, the Roman movies, the cowboy movies, you go see bow and arrow. Archery now a very, 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 very old sport. Archery be done there from biblical times, coming down to medieval times, till to present day. And in the 1900s, archery become an Olympic sport.
So, for Salone, how it sound like now?
All right, we started archery in this country last say about some below 5 years now. It has not been too easy, but we have been thriving with the help of with international partners, whether they support we with equipment. We don't make them a bit easy for we small, though not a sophisticated sport, but a very easy and simple.
Okay. Before we can look at what the association they do again, I did just ask you about waiting for kind of mind when the archery sports they talk about. But explain to Fumble as part of a bit of education to them how this game they play. Yes, now bow and arrow, but how bow and arrow they make person they get points, make you win something and things like that.
All right, plenty thank you. Archery specifically is made up of three very important components. One, na the target. Two, na the bow, and three, na the arrows. The easiest way I go put am for let us you understand, na for let you shoot the bow, the arrow from the bow, and for hit the target. And the target, it get circle and it get colors. You get blue, you get white, you get black, you get red, and you get yellow. And each of them colors then they carry points. So any color we hit, now that points say you get, now that points say you get. Like I say, now for just release the arrow from the bow and hit your target. But there is a distance. You get starting distance for learners with like 10 meters, coming down to 20. But the standard international distance now 70 meters.
So shooting an arrow, is there a specific technique? Because when you talk about bow and arrow, just for put the bow and the arrow and then you shoot and things like that. But for it to be professional, how tough this be?
Well, lots of technicalities then they where it will take a lot of time for go through them. Well, I just make it simple. You get what I call knocking the arrow. On the bow, you get string where they on the bow. On that string there, you get two knots them where they on the string. When are they knock you arrow and you draw the string, you aim and you release.
So if you know do I'm fine, it means say the bow not the reach side for reach.
Well, where's the day I go teach you? Yes, you get what you call dry fire. Where if you not do I'm fine, tendency day for let the arrow drop right before you. But you get for draw up to the edge of your nose. Now they the string for day. But if you dey close proximity to the target, we can advise let you not do full because it's very powerful. If you dey close proximity to the target, if you do full tendency dey for let go right through the target way. Now the one way we don't they use now, but the international standard target way we don't fortunate forget. It not go able pass through. You not go ever pass through.
Okay, just now talk about dry fire. Take me through some of the terms then, like for other sports or particularly football popular, you get things like offside, you get foul, you get carry the ball. For archery, what some of the key things them and how it come into play with the game they on?
Okay, plenty thank you. You get shooting lines, like where you get on your mark sets go, you get three lines, where the last line are the shooting line. And on the shooting line, the line for always there na the middle of your foot. of football, then the line for them at the middle. And we also get stands where you go say stand, how you for stand, but specifically we get 3 stands. You get the open stands, you get the inward stands, and you get the parallel stands. But we can advise beginners not look waiting the coach they do. You do the stand way comfortable for you, and then 3 stand and day. You understand? Then if you always stand, your shoulder for be parallel to your target. You know, so we get another safety precaution wey very important in retrieving. When you don't shoot down, you wait for your whistle signal. Now also a whistle spot, they deal with whistle signals. If you not hearing the whistle signal, you not forgo retrieve your arrow. And in retrieving, it is very important that when you don't place your hand on the target, you don't hold the arrow. You for always turn and look behind, because probably sometimes a judge don't come for can see the score where you make. So that is very, very important safety precaution where we can take. If I can name some of the few terms then for the sporting discipline.
When you make points, out in the shout, now point or goal?
Now point. In archery, you they shoot 6 arrows. 6 arrows. Then 6 arrows, then they any side where they hit. Now, like I tell you, the targets, you get scores. You get colored, and then colored, and they all get scores. Now white na 1, black na 2, blue na 3, coming down to yellow, we get the bullseye, we na 10. So any side where the arrow stick, now that score they get. We they combine the 6 arrows, whose side they stick, and we give you the total. That score they don't make. You they shoot then 6 arrows, then they 6 times in a standard competition.
So now we'll come into how the sporting development Talek. Now you talk about say this one and start over the course of 5 years ago, but then for sport we not been there as a group of people we want for bring this kind of initiative and this kind of sports kind of salon. What in the odds we draw now we give na the zest for go get the education and count this kind of sport.
Okay. First of all, before you set up a sporting discipline, you get to look at if this sports then at the country or not. You understand? Previously, I've been the Sierra Leone Tennis Association. I'll not be one delve into that, but that I've been done into sports for them for quite a while. You understand? So I was the Assistant Secretary General for Sierra Leone Lawn Tennis Association. You know, so me and the Secretary General by then, Mr. Yaya Kuma, we decide say it's high time let we branch out and diversify and do something else. Yeah, so we dive deep. We see say this now one sport we're not in this country, and it go find for let we bring and kind of the country. So we consulted with the Ministry of Sports, the National Sports Authority, and the NOC. And we'll be able to put modalities in place, mechanisms in place. And there were also correspondences with the International Federation. We been get for make, we'll be able to get for come together and set up the Sierra Leone Archery Association, recognized by these 3 parent bodies and by we international partners.
Okay, so from that 10 day to now, what are the strides or the developments over on the carry on?
Thank you very much. We first of all we don't host we maiden competition na Godrich na the Olymp Afrique Center in 2023, May-June 2023. We host we first local international competition na Godrich Day, which was very successful. We be happy about that, and we also they try for diversify. Because Freetown is not Sierra Leone, yeah. So we get regional bodies, we get partners there upline. Although we have not yet we're not able to supply the equipment yet because equipment's not been there, but we are working on that. And we don't also represent Sierra Leone internationally. We were in Tunisia in November, December 2023. We take part in the 13th edition of the African Archery Championships in Tunisia. We're going to be a qualifier for the Olympic Games in France. Unfortunately, we not be able to qualify because we were greatly constrained in terms of equipment, but we were able to get ranking. We were ranked on the African continent. Yeah, and presently I embark on waiting we call the schools archery initiatives. I'll forward the photos then to you. Then on my phone, I've been to secondary schools in Freetown. I've been to Prince of Wales. I've been to St. Joseph's Convent. And we also don't go to this orphanage that King Tom where they call Word Made Flesh. That one is called taking the sports to the people, actually to be specific. Yeah. So these are some of the strides where we don't they make. We also get areas them around Freetown where we set up clubs. Like we get one at Hill Station, Third Road, where they call themselves Third Road Archers. Yeah. We also get this other one where we set up Nabe where they call Crew Bay Archers. But like I said, we were so stretched for equipment that we not be done able for establish properly in other areas then. So these are some of the strides where we don't embark on these few years.
Yeah, inside these few years, when you talk about clubs, how much this sport can boast of now?
Well, as of now, we have 4 in Freetown.
Okay.
Yes, we have 4 in Freetown. Then we dey try for set up na the regions. With the regional bodies, they will get it. For now, we get 2 na Kenema, headed by his name is Noel.
Okay.
Yes.
So, well, when you look at this kind of sport, because popular,
E no common.
Yes, you know, common. You go say now old people will sometimes get the facility for the watcher internationally. Now go get the time for say, okay, well, in my leisure time, I can go and go play. Young people they play this sport on a whose category of people that will bowl back up at the sport?
Very young people, very young people. Most of them are school going people. Then we also get people that will not go school. But one thing I can tell you for free, Jaffa, now simple sports. Yes, it's sophisticated, but it's simple. One thing about archery, when you start, you know they won't stop. It's so enjoyable. You understand? Now make we dey try for break this notion where people then get that some of them sports they are now wasteman they normal go able practice them. No. Now that's some of we dey for that is why we dey come to places like this for tell people they say this sports e dey and not to sports way now just elite people they do them sports they are. No, imagine they say about bay crew bay. You understand? So na sports way anybody can do. You not get age bracket. As long as you are fit, what I mean you fit, you able worker. Even para archery day. You understand? In sports, we don't refer to them as disabled. I'm sorry if anybody they listen out there when are disabled. We don't refer to them as disabled. They are para. You understand? So para archery day for people we not the worker. You understand? For people we get one hand, then they take part in their sports study. You understand? So this is just how it is. Very simple.
So the number don't they go from 2020 or 2021 on our stats?
Great. We are growing.
Now let's look at capacity building for this sport. In that context, they also understand.
Well, as it stands, our greatest constraints now finance. We have to it is concerned because any of the activities there, it takes money. You know. I want to off my hat to the president of the association, Mr. Yakuba, and the executive. He has been of great help. You know, most of the activities the way they take place don't they come out of in pockets personally, minus the overseas trip where we be do. But anything internally, they come out of in pocket. You understand? So, in terms of capacity building, yes, we have the human capacity. Then we have equipment, then but like now, if I want to move go Kenema now, you understand? The target is very big and clumsy. Not a thing where you dey take any kind way and work out with animal. You understand? So you get for pay extra for work out with the equipment and like I think it was in 2023 we went to the Boxing Day sports Nabo. You understand? We be go do demonstration day because the National Olympic Committee and the Commonwealth Games Association, they been come together for create the first NOC and CGA games nationwide. You understand? So all sporting disciplines were included. I've been going with my team. For travel with the target, it was very expensive, my brother. You understand? So this is not just one of the glitch where we dey get in terms of capacity, funding.
So, Norman, you talk about how the number don't increase when it comes to people at the sport, but then apart from the players, them other people will get big stake in any game, na coach and referees. That side again, what's in the sport don't they do and so on? What's the status on that one day?
Okay, thank you very much. You see, in the sporting world, you like basically every sport, you know, they just grab and be a referee, or you know, they just grab and be a coach. You understand? You sporting discipline, therefore go through the National Olympic Committee for try for get a course for you where they go can teach people for be coaches and referees and judges. Where now one of the things that the way we presidents day on now as it stands for rights for let we get a course on judges cause for let we can do that in here so that we self go get then the people that like them one in the past Saturday I've been get waiting a call refreshers clinic where from time to time I can do that not so only just the practical aspects I can take care of, I can also do the theoretical aspects for teach people. You understand? So when the experts been come, it been get crop of people where teach, where we call them trainer of trainers. You know, so from time to time, I can go to the schools, get the PE teachers, pass the knowledge to them, so then self go able impact the wider populace. So the ripple effect, it go they grow and grow and grow.
Okay, continue for still to be inside the program. The time from the studio clock now 10:25 and Fambul at this point to open the phone line now 077-981-981. Now the number we will use 077-981-981. You can call now for make your contribution and add the voice to the different in them. We will look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. If you just join me today, we focus of discussion day around the archery sport, and so today we get Norman Akabi Davis, we and a technical director for the Salon Archery Association, and they don't tell you about how the sports don't they do and the different development strides them we they don't take for develop the sport. The number again 077-981-981. The number you go use 077-981-981 or similar. So you can go now with Facebook or YouTube platform and send your comments, questions, and contributions on the different things them we don't discuss inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. The number is still open. You can call and send message and add a voice to the program. Now, again, we look at things like international presence for Salon. You talk about ranking, but give me an idea of how Salon international presence over the past 5 years turn like na this sport.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I say, now one time we don't represent internationally. Then just don't conclude another African Archery Championships in Ivory Coast this November. We just done, you know. We were supposed to be there. We've been supposed for day. Next door neighbor Naya, but we were constrained. We're not able to take part, you know. So I am not able to tell you now. Waiting now we ranking position. You understand? Until then correspond with we say well. Now, this now your position through the newsletter we then can send to the president of the association. Then we will able to know waiting our current standing. But I not think say it will be good because we not take part in the competition. We not take part in the tournament. So we're not gonna waiting our ranking for now. I can't be too specific on that one.
But let's say I take you back to the first one we talk about when I go to Tunisia. You say when I've been get rank. When I've been there.
Oh yes. Well, the way the ranking is by countries. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that is how they rank. Not alphabetically, but countries that will take part. You understand? And honestly, with all the constraints we get in terms of equipment, you understand? Me athletes they be really fight. You understand? The archers they where we can go. I go with 2 male and 2 female. They fought very hard. They did very well. That I would say for free. You understand? But excuse me language, it was a huge shock where we appear at the range the morning for go train. You understand? One of the picking them, a boss cry. Because when you see countries that are cared for, you understand? Another issue will happen on that trip. When you shoot, you know they just, like I said, you know they just go retrieve your arrow. We not been get binoculars for see waiting we shoot. And at least these are people who are very selfish. You understand? It's two now one Egyptian now be lent we in binoculars for let we look the scores where we make. You know, so these are some of the difficulties along the line where we been faced, you know, but in all of them constraints then we did well. We were ranked above quite a few sophisticated countries than Africa. We been ranked above them by then. We were standing good after that initial outing day, you know, and we also able to stand well with we international partners.
So now, all of this, how una they use all of this for deal with. First of all, before we can go into the end, as a sport, what are the current challenges una they face?
Like I say, for now, we thank God we have equipment. I get the manpower for now. You understand? But like the Ministry of Sports and the Sports Authority and the National Olympic Committee, then they tell we for diversify. Like I say, when are the drive that one the rights now where we they embark on for penetrate the regions. For now, we are just Bo and Kenema, you know, but not enough, because if we want to let these sports go nationwide, we get for going at the regions then they. But I can tell you, Jaffa, for going at their side and it's not easy. It's very, 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 very difficult, because we are very, very constrained financially. You understand? Me now one coach where I can tell me president say me I not like for doing a free time. If the funds are available, I want every weekend for go Kabbalah, I want go Pujang, I want go all inside and day. I tell you, raw talents then they na then side and day. But you not go know where you not go there. You understand? This na the thing away very challenging for we. How for go na then side and day, how for tap their talents and day and bring them come into the sports. The other day we been there at the consultative conference. Now the director of sports he say in an upline in commot. You understand? Can you imagine? It's an upline. It can be 100 meters champion of free soya. It can last free ton body. You understand? So people then they out here that way we want reach out to, but it is very difficult.
Okay, before we join with other studio guests for updates around other sports, particularly football, but on waiting to happen at the weekend, this sport actually, irrespective of all the challenges and how they deal with them, for people who they take part in them, like how many young people go skip book for play football, this one get money.
That's a very difficult one. Well, I'll tell you something. You see, in sports, you not go compare any sports like football. Now Africa, to be specific, Africa. You understand? But internationally, these are sports where people then they live by. These are sports where they bring money. Now people then pocket. Over yonder, you know. But imagine like Uda really go say, let's take this archer.
No, the question is, for example, okay, let's say as a country or one party club them nurture one young talent, grow, they become perfect in trade, and maybe get a scout who can pick him out. Let's say go play and trade out. That are the ask. You reach that kind of level. He able for make as young person depend on and say take care of you and your family.
Of course.
Okay, continue for still to Fumble in name na Norman Akabi Davis, in a technical director from the Salon Archery Association. They are today for tell me more about this sport and how they know they do for develop this sporting discipline. The time from the studio clock, Fumble 10:33 at this point. We'll join Mohammed Lamin Kebe for giving some update. Mohammed, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program Sport Update Extra.
Good morning, Jaffa. Good morning. To farm good listen.
Yes, I believe we get a lot of things in store for you when it comes to the weekend, and you don't look at a lot of issues. But give me an update.
So yes, Jaffa, as you don't likely say, but first let's start with international updates, fixtures and results. As we've been seeing also yesterday, the continuation of the Tuesdays, Wednesdays Premier League fixture. We see Manchester United be surrender, not really surrender. We see Manchester United share points between them and West Ham United, and also moving far away from Premier League. Yesterday also we see different other results, spanning from the Copa del Rey. Usai Espanyol been lost to Atletico Baleares, and also Leganes be also lost to Albacete by 2-1. Jaffa, the fixtures will not be mouth-watering yesterday, as you say. We will get into another week of football, intense football. As how the games then they go, Jaffa, na so the momentum they build, and also the intensity they na then different league competitions they are, Jaffa. So today also, Jaffa, Spain La Liga will start. Real Oviedo will play against Mallorca. Mainz 05 will play against Borussia Mönchengladbach. For France League 1, Brest will play Monaco, and the big one could do it get with Lille versus Marseille, and some host of other fixtures already visible, and also the championship. But yes, Jaffa, to the big weekend. We therefore see Arsenal play Aston Villa tomorrow, and that game day will be the kickoff. The starting point of the Premier League fixtures. Jaffa, we know the work with Arsenal. Don't put this behind them for ensure say they will for clinch this year trophy. But they face a very stubborn team, Aston Villa. We don't get 6 consecutive wins. We put them on a very fine position at the table, Jaffa, but far away from Arsenal and Aston Villa. I feel that match is a match to watch. As we go, I continue for the fixtures, but it look like say not the toughest fixture inside the English Premier League. But we continue to the fixtures. Jaffa, Bournemouth go play Chelsea, and that game they go play away from Chelsea. They go play inside Bournemouth Stadium, and also Everton go play Nottingham Forest, and also strong title contender Manchester City go play Sunderland at the Etihad Stadium. Sunderland don't prove to be very stubborn. They are new kid on the block, Jaffa, for this year's competition, but they do outstandingly well. As this past Tuesday and Wednesday fixtures, we will see Liverpool between Liverpool and Midland 1-1, and also prior to that fixture, they also that result, we see Usai they don't draw with Arsenal, where they in a very fine form. Jaffa, all opinion polls, or most opinion polls, they direct to Arsenal for win this year's trophy. But we want to see how then they go pan out, Jaffa. But more importantly, we want to also see the continuation of Sunderland performance against the top 6 clubs. As they will play Manchester City tomorrow, and that game that I don't say go play 3 o'clock at the Etihad Stadium. Newcastle United go play against Burnley, Jaffa, also at the same 3 o'clock, and Tottenham Hotspur go play Brentford. Leeds United go play struggling Liverpool, where they find it difficult now for pick them form, Jaffa, as they get many issues with affect the club, with also results to them performance, Jaffa. But quickly also, Spain, inside La Liga, we get Villarreal go play Getafe, Deportivo go play Alaves. Deportivo Alaves go play Real Sociedad, I beg your pardon, and also Barcelona with the first I think yes, the first and the Liga right now. The Liga will play against Real Betis. A tough one for Barcelona Athletic Club. Go play against Atletico Madrid. For German Bundesliga, few games. Bayern Munich will play Stuttgart. Cologne will play Paul Wolfsburg will play Union Berlin, and other fixtures them also because of time. I'm not going to read all of those fixtures. But one thing that is promised, Jaffa, is that we are going to have a thrilling match week. And I'm not going to read fixtures and also bias to the other important fixtures also, as Real Madrid will play Celta Vigo, in case a Real Madrid fan they listen to the program. Also, Jaffa, Fulham will play Crystal Palace. And on Monday, to wrap it all, Manchester United they play against Wolves. Now Wolves Stadium. Manchester United they have been very inconsistent in terms of performance. So go and foresee how the fixtures they go pan out between them and Wolves. We don't prove to be very stubborn team, Jaffa. But also Jaffa quickly for Europe Premier League. And I go find again update on that day. Then we now look at the local league here in Salon. As league don't they continue, Jaffa momentum don't they get for the attention of people who go for no side and team they play, Jaffa, because you gotta agree with me, see publicity around the league is very low. Port Authority go play against Abacha City, and that game they go play in Apple School Field. Luawa FC go play against Diamond Stars, the same Apple School Field, but different times. We were 4 strikers go play against Mighty Blackpool, Jaffa, at the SLFA Academy, Kington. Bible Warriors go play against Easter Lions. Easter Lions in performance very abysmal. It doesn't seem they want to retain the trophy that we win last season, but there are more games to come. It can change, Jaffa. Things can change. Liverpool don't be tied to favourites in this year's campaign. Now then they 7 or 8. That is the beauty of the game, football. It change, not stick. Jaffa moving far away also from Danley. Bo Rangers go play against Freetown City FC. FC Cologne, I think say the biggest derby for this week's match week. Get for do with FC Cologne and Banta FC. Unfortunately, Banta FC don't literally feel Arsenal two or 3 times now consecutively. They can second, they're able for win the cup. But then go see how best then go fight against FC Cologne with themselves. Then they in a very fine form. Then they force the last game they beat Easter Lions, which means it is a leap for them. So other fixtures again also. Before I hand over the mic to you, Jaffa, Usum Stars go play against Slipper FC. Stars Sport Academy go play against the struggling Cambo Eagles, and the schoolboys, Old Edwardians, go play against Bulham Stars, and that game they go play Monday 8th December 2025 at SLFA Academy Kingdom. I would like to go through the tables, but because of time, Jaffa, I not feel the time permits me. But these are set of fixtures and results and expectations for football, both locally and both nationally and internationally. Jaffa, back to you.
Okay, plenty. Thank you for joining today inside this edition. I think don't set the stage, and it's about you. They listen now for fan. You time separate the schedule for make sure say you able to decide if now locally they go for this weekend or you stick to international. But then a question where you say go on for answer, and if you get questions but all of them fixtures and even the things they will talk about, the number still open 077 981 981 077 981 981. Now the number you go use for be part of this edition 077 981 981. Now the number you go use, or you can go to the Democracy Facebook page, use the comment section for our voice to the different things they will don't look at inside this edition of the program. I come back to you, Norman Akabi Davis. Now, we round up with the year 2025 for archery sports. What are the things they want to go point at, say, na part of the development strides they want to make, we go up now for stand firm and begin to do big things in 2026?
Okay. Thank you very much. I think the schools actually initiative, now a great initiative for we proud of taking the sports to the schools. In as much as another able cover the number of schools that we have been planned for cover before the end of this year, but I think that now a good one, and also taking the sports to the people. We went to the orphanage. I think that's also a good one, But now I get for let the cat out of the bag. Coming next week Thursday, we forget a big event na the Krube field. I wanted this to come as a surprise, but I get for talker now. We go there, and I hope that probably yourself go there, let you see waiting the whole thing they about. Yeah, so some of their achievements they're very tangible, and I'm very proud of some of their achievements there, to be very honest. And the association also, we are very happy that we are moving, that we not a portfolio association, that we not a cubicle association, that we are out there for all to see. So I think some of their achievements there are credible achievements then for we.
Okay, I think we'll take the first call inside the program. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeffrey and Davis.
Yes.
Concerned citizen Cleveland.
Your contribution.
So you guys to Mr. Davis also talking about actually the new sporting discipline. There are all the constraints we see the good to. But one thing me want making, because you actually say now they look in a better position. That thing we see that binocular, so you see now the Egyptian thing they learned from. You don't get there, now. I guess me concern Mr. Davis. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. 077-981-981, the number you will use. Call and make your contribution and add your voice to the discussion. 077-981-981. Yes, Sir Norman, you listen to concerned citizen. They ask if one don't able to secure on their own binoculars.
Yeah, thank you, concerned citizen. Yes, fortunately, this last set of equipments that we receive, we thank God now that we don't get some now.
Okay, so in all of these challenges we want to face, as a sports, when I belong meet with the National Sport Authority and the Ministry of Sport for know some of them constraints there, and how much speed and zest when I get for make sure say when I set the foundation right in the earliest period for make the game get in popularity like every executive go to hope for get her.
Yes, thank you, Jaffa. Very, very recently, about 2 or 3 months ago, we visited first the National Sports Authority. We were fortunate for meet with the executive director himself. We give him with plans, we give him with documents, we show him a brief demonstration of the equipment that we are do. Yeah, we were also fortunate again for going at the Ministry of Sports. We meet with the minister, Madam Augusta James Temer. We also give them with plans where we put on paper, and I also do a brief demonstration there again in the presence of her, the permanent secretary, the director of sports, and the technical man at the Ministry of Sports. So we've been to this.
I won't hold it a bit. I think we'll get to another caller, but then we don't lose the caller. Continue.
Okay, so like I said, we've been to these places. We don't make then people here know that this is what we are going through now. We parents body them, and we also they liaise with the national sports, the National Olympic Committee from time to time. So our plans are with these people. We left their documents and they with them, so they know waiting we they plan for do and waiting we be done they do.
Okay, so with all this, what are the message we the actual sport they send to corporate institutions?
Thank you. I don't know, it's Alex say they give me mind because this is not thing way I want to embark on with the help of the executive next year for get waiting a title intercorporate competitions. So first thing, just after we come from the holidays, we they do letters where they send to various corporate houses for see how interested they are in such a sport. If they go on for come on board, any carry they go on for come on board, and we go try for tell them say we go wan do this inter-corporate archery competition.
Okay. Well, plenty thank you. We go look for the get you from time to time for make sure so we get updates on how some event strides there go they carry on. But because of time, now we got the cutting down for this edition of the program. Plenty thank you joining today inside this edition.
Okay, thank you, Jafama Davis, and thank you to Fambulem, and thank you to the president of the association, Mr. Yaya Akuma, we make this possible for Ladea this morning.
Okay, again, plenty thank you to you, Mohammed Lamin Kebe, for yourself be part of this edition of the program. Well, Fambul, now we do all the cutting down for this edition of the program, and today inside the program we will look at the archery sport, and I hope so you will go down listen, go down learn, and know more things about the archery sport, and waiting at some of them plans them for the year 2026. Well, because of time now, we will do all the cutting down. Plenty thank you to Musa Kamara, the producer for this edition of the program, and also plenty thank you to the technical person on duty, DJ Songa, alongside Fatmata Sama Mekona see live on Facebook. We have been canton on this edition. My name is Jaffa Mans Davis. They say have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news